welcome back. In this video we're going to look at loading maps, and we're going to do this by listing all of the rooms that we've saved down on one side, and I've got a little load link here which loads which we'll use to load the map up. So if we just come over to our file here, and I'll just hide this so it's not in the way. First off, I'd create a new connection to our database, and this is so we can use the we can grab the information from the database. Right at the top here, just under the body, we've started a new div, which I'm floating to the right, and inside of there we're running a query, selecting the file name and the map name from the maps folder, executing a query and dumping the information into the SQL variable. Then we're performing a while loop, and we're saying while row equals the SQL fetch object. We're echoing out a paragraph tag with the map name in it, followed by an A tag with load between the tags, and the href is question mark load equals, and then we're just concatenating into there the file name. So in order to get this to load all the correct information, we've got to do two things. First, we want to check up the top here if is set get load. Got too many of them in there. Then we're running a query and selecting all from maps where the file name equals the get variable load, and limit that to 1. So we're now loading up all the information from within that folder, within that row. Now we just want to execute the query, and store all the information into the row variable. So now we're loading up all the information. We can come over to these input text boxes, and we can add values to these, and we'll just do a PHP echo, and we'll do the whatever we're going to be storing into this text box. So if we come over to here, in this link left box, we're going to put in the link left variable. So when we save that, we can come over to here, and when I click load on here, something. Alright, I know why. Because I didn't actually have any links to that file or this map. So I'm just going to go through and fill out all the rest of these, and then we'll see about loading up the entire map. Okay, so I've filled out all these values. We've got the link left, up, right and down in the corresponding text boxes. I've also got the map file name and the map name. So when we click load, you can see down here that all the appropriate information has been filled in to the information that we've actually got for this map. There is no link name, so that we're not linking anything. Now we need to look at building the map up so we can see the map that we've already built. Okay, so we're generating the map by doing the following. We're checking where we had the for loop running, which was building up the in the initial grid, so we can start working on the map. We wrap it around a if-else statement. So the for loop is going in the else statement, and we're saying if is not empty, map info, which is why I renamed that original row to there. So if that's not empty, the first thing we're going to do is explode the tile class result and the class state result into an array. So we've got a tile class variable array there and a tile state array there. Then we're doing a for each. We're saying for each tile class as I and as the key and tile as the value. And then we're echoing out pretty much the same div that we were echoing out in the for loop, but we've broken it down into the individual tags. So we've got the initial opening div tag here with all the styling inside. We've got the on click, and we've given it the ID. We've also given it the class of the tile value, and then on a separate line we're echoing out the closing div tag. So if we start with a blank file and we load our room or our map, you can see everything's populated as I originally built it, and we can still toggle the grid. We've still got all of the complete functionality that we had to begin with. The map name is loads up the map name for us and our map actual name. Now the only thing that's missing are the solid tiles. So inside of here, between the two echoes of the where we're echoing out the opening and closing div tags, we're going to put if tile state, then we're using that I as the key index number, is equal to 1, then we're going to want to echo out another div tag in here, and this div tag is the solid div that we're placing inside. So I'm just going to find out what that was. There we go, we're echoing out the div class, the div with the class of tile solid. And just close that up. So that's what we're echoing out inside of if that tile state with the index, same index number equals 1, then we're echoing out the solid tile div. So if we save that and we reload, you can see that we now have our solid tiles back, and we can switch between the two. Now one thing we do want to do is on this tile is give it a bit of styling, and so we're displaying none, because that's what otherwise we load up with those X's all over the place. Okay, so now we're going to want to look at resaving a file. So if the map file name is the same as one we've already created, it's going to overwrite the file rather than save a new instance of it. The way we do this is if we come over to our save.php file, on the end of this original query, which was inserting into the database, we want to carry that query on, and we're doing on duplicate key, because if you remember, we set the map name as a primary unique key. So if we're naming the file name this name again, so if it's map 0001, then it's going to run the run something else rather than inserting into the database. So on duplicate key, you just want to put update, and then we're updating the map name, the tile class, the class states, the left link left, up, right, and down. You don't need to update the file name because it's obviously going to be the same. So that's resaving a file. That's all that's needed to be added. So I think that's all we've done, all we need to do for the map maker for now. So we'll just make sure all this works. We start off with a new file, and we just click load, and it loads up all of our information. We've got our link left file name there, we've got our map file name here, our actual map name, and what I'll do is I'll just change the map a bit, because in the next set of videos we're going to look at going from one map to the next, and we're obviously going to need a way off of this map. So if I save this, done. Hopefully when I reload this map we should still have that empty block there, and we do, so that's all good. So I'm going to make a couple more maps, and then in the next lot of videos we're going to work on moving from map to map as we go to walk off our original map. So I'll see you in the next video.